Everyone, what is up? Welcome back to another video. Before I start, I'd like to say a huge thank you to all of you for subscribing to the channel. We're now at 205 subscribers. Thank you very much. It means a lot. Now, this video, I believe, is one of the first renditions videos of this game. Well, not this game specifically. The version. This is the first ever version that came out. And I'm very sorry to say that I can't give away the files to the game. It's now a roll and write game. This is the PMP print and play game. And I have had this in my phone for a long while. I've had this in my files for a long time. When it first came out, I didn't back it because I'm not a fan of roll and write games. That's just me. I am a gamer who likes counters and dice. I don't like writing. I struggle with that. And I like counters and dice, so that's just my preference. But I managed to find this when it first came out, and I downloaded everything before it went full bar. You cannot get the files anymore. I mean, you can, but you have to screenshot, and it's not really advisable. So this is the USS Laffey, the ship that would not die. So let's get into it. Cue the intro. So, quick background of history. The USS Laffey, let me take it out of the folder here. So the USS Laffey, the ship that would not die. This is based on a real ship that unrelentingly went through a series of kamikaze attacks by 22 or 30 Japanese planes. And this is printed, of course. And yep. So it's printed, of course. I printed this out a while ago, and I've had this on my files for a long time, and I cut out everything yesterday, and there you go. Classic comic book format. USS Laffey, the ship that would not die. Truth is stranger and 1,000 times more thrilling than fiction. Unsinkable ship versus the newest. No stereotypes. Japanese weapon. I'm not going to say that, just in case. Kamikaze. Or kamikaze. This is a 45 to 60 minute solitaire war game in damage mitigation and damage control. Pause the video if you want to read that. And the back. And the rules, of course, they are very nicely well done. Yep, this is the PMP version, so I don't think you can get it anymore, but here we are. Yep. I don't think there were Kates in this game. Well, not in the game, but yeah. And it's a really interesting story about this destroyer. It's still a real destroyer. I think you can visit it somewhere. To win, complete the radar deck of 30 cards. You lose, you take 8 damage to any compartment, or you run out of damage chits. You need the rulebook, USS Laffey board. 1 red D10, also known as 1 just regular D10. 1 white D6. 6 D10s, 72 damage chits, and 39 cards, 30 Rising Sun cards, 9 specialty cards, and then you also need all of these. They're pretty cool. Important, yes. So, I think it's a 12-page rule book, and I printed this on card for maximum quality. As you can see, very nice, and it tells you how to set up the game. What else have we got here? Reading your game sheets. So you got your different damage and casualties, or no, specialties, which is nice. I'll show you the cards in a minute. You got your turn sequence. Phase 1, assigned damage control, which is pretty cool. Then you've got Phase 2, radar card. And you've got FM2 Wildcats from the USS Shamrock. Use this card to assign 3 hits on enemy aircraft. And then you've got, I think we missed a page, no we haven't. And then you've got your compartments of your ship. Of course, I'm going to have to take a long read through this, because this is different from the roll and write. And know your enemy. Yep. So you got your aircraft, you got Kates, Oscars, Judys, and Vals. phase 3 of planning, phase 4 resolve, and then you have phase 5 leak spread, 6 fire spreads, and that is the end. Can you keep the USS Laffey from sinking? I sure hope so. We'll definitely do a let's play through soon of the game. Anyway, I'm going to jump cut now and show you the components. The components consist of the board, which is just this. And the board, I made this a fold out one. It's very big. I say big, it's about, yeah. So we'll do the first bit first, and then we'll work our way through. So you've got your turn sequence, phase 1, assigned damage control team, phase 2, radar deck, phase 3, planning resolve, leak spread, fire spread, refresh. Basically, keep going until you lose. You've got your stun, you've got rudder, we have magazine and ammunition, propeller room, crew quarters, engine room, battle dressing station, aft fire room, that's the back, aft means back, battery, fuel tanks, signals and communication, radar, bridge, that's the main bit, 4 fire room, crew quarters, storage, radar, magazine and ammunition, crew quarters, and bow. This is where your supplies go. And of course you've got some help things there. Aft damage chart, stern, rudder, magazine and ammo, propeller room, crew quarters. Yeah, and then you've got fuel tanks, 4 damage chart, and then you've got resolve here, which is pretty cool. So this is the map, and of course we'll be placing our cards there. All right, then we have the cards. Now the cards are pretty cool because these were a pain in the ass to, excuse my language, they were a pain in the ass to print and cut out, but I managed to print them out on card, but I managed to do them double-sided so I wouldn't have to stick them because, you know, glue is very messy. So they are double-sided, it's just single. Of course, there's a floppy card, but it's a print-and-play version, and this actually adds to the effect because this is based on a comic book, so you can imagine style. So specialty cards, these are special cards that give you abilities. So you got Radar Man First Class. Once per turn you may peek at the next radar card. You can place it at the bottom of the deck. Okay. And then you have Supply Officer. Begin the game with 6 supplies. The supply compartment can take 8 damage. I love the design as well. Quartermaster. Gain 1 supply at the end of every turn when a damage control team is in the supplies compartment. And it's a bit glossy as well, which is nice. Sheath. I thought that said chef, but you're not really going to use a chef for any damage, are you? I think that's just a chip. Yeah, it is. Sheath. You can use any number of ones each turn as wilds. Not sure what wilds are. We'll have to refer to that in the rulebook when we do the Let's Play through. Hose team. You may lock 1 die to 2 before your first roll of the planning phase. Similar to Under Falling Skies, locking dice basically means you're not actually locking them. You're not actually sticking a lock on them. That's a joke. Locking, so you're basically switching the die to that number and you leave it for that turn, I think. But yeah. Then you have Veteran B Shift. Ignore the target compartment penalty if any damage control team is there. Damage control and mitigation. There you go, damage control. I've never actually played a game to do with ships, apart from Kido Butai, which we've covered on the channel. But that is a game where you're not controlling ships. This is one where we're actually, you know, strategizing. Intelligence Officer. Subtract 1 from a locked die once per turn during the planning phase. Okay. Fire Direction Controlman. Ignore all penalties from magazine and ammo target compartment. And the last one, Medal of Honor. The first time you would take damage to lose the game, ignore it all and the damage from the rest of the turn. So those are all the specialty cards, and I guess they will come at later dates. Not dates, but they will come at later intervals and stuff, so you got those. And then we have the radar cards. Now the radar cards are really cool to print and, you know, cut out. Again, they are double-sided. So your radar card, you've got the USS Laffey there and the enemy radar. So this is a Japanese plane, the B5N Kate. Note, this is a B5N1, not a B5N2. And I don't think Kates were really used at on the USS Laffey. So I think it's just an added bonus. Got a nice Japanese plane here. 3 explosions, which is nice. And this means it's going to, you know, it's going this way, the right side, so on the bow side, I think, or the aft, I don't know, but you tell me. So really nice, double-sided, very nice. That's the Kate. And then you have the Ki-43 Oscar, which has 4 sections, because the Kates are torpedo bombers, so the Kates are deadly. But the Oscar has debris, water, explosion, and fire. There you go. Another Oscar. Another Oscar. So many Oscars. I think I deserve an Oscar for this game. Ha, get it? Joke. So, this is a Val. The Val is a dive bomber. An undamaged Val will add an extra explosion of damage. Yes, because debris and flood, I think. Really cool. Oh yeah, the D4Y Judy. +1 to target compartment die roll. Debris, fire, and explosion. So, very deadly. And I think that is all of the planes. Yeah, that's all the Japanese planes. Yeah. Yeah, that's all the Japanese planes. And then you have these, which are the same as these, but flip them over and you'll notice something. Oh, they're upside down. That's because they're American. The USS Shamrock Bay, which is an aircraft carrier, it was a escort carrier. I think it was a Bogue class. Look at me go with my knowledge. FM2 Wildcats. 3 hits. If a hit is scored against an explosion, the enemy aircraft is destroyed. So these are quite good. You want to use these to your advantage, really, because, you know, you can run out of them very quickly. I believe there's 3. Yeah, there's 3 of them. So anyway, that is the look at the cards of the USS Laffey. Yeah, that's the USS Laffey, the cards, I mean. I'm definitely going to do a let's play of the game once I have analysed the rules and everything, once I know how to play. But yeah, there's the deck. Really nice quality as well. I'm really happy with the way it came out as well with the double side. So now I'm going to jump cut and let's get into the counters and components. Components are stored in this little box, which you may realise from all my other games. And if I can open it. Okay, so we've got 2 little baggies. I love these little bags. And these are the fire chits. So these are the fire chits. So it's got fire on it. And they're not really strong, to be honest. They're just little counters. And then you've got debris. And we'll be placing these throughout the ship when it takes damage. Of course, it's going to take damage. And then we have water, also known as floods or leaks. And then you've got debris. You'll notice my hands are shaking. It's probably because I'm so excited to review the game. Come on out. They don't want to come out. So that's what a flood or water chit looks like. And then on the other side it's debris. Then it does say you need to use pawns. So I used my USS Yorktown 1942 by Looping Games components. This is perfect. This is a wooden aircraft chit, which will be really nice to add to my things. And I went with red because, you know, that's the theme. 1 tiny white D6, which is perfect. And thank God for D10s, eh? And then blue and red for damage control. These are going to be my damage control people. Even though they're not people, I do actually have meeples, but I just like using these because it's more strategic. And then we have D10s, a lot of them. So we've got 6 of these, which will be our roll dice, and we've got 3 of these because I didn't have these, and these are off the Games Battle of Britain by Undaunted Battle of Britain, which, no offense, I don't enjoy that game at all. It's very repetitive, but that's my opinion. And the solo mode isn't great. It's very boring. So, but that's my opinion. Anyway, we've got D6s for these. And, of course, we have 1 D10. Of course, this is... So, we've got 8 D10s. 6, 7... Not 7, yeah. 7 D10s. In total, you've got 8 dice plus the D6. And this is supposed to be red. So, just imagine it's red, please. But, yeah, this will be the aircraft dice to assign our aircraft with. So, I'm going to now show you a wrap-up of the game, and we shall end the video. But I'm going to, first of all, tidy up. I'm going to say this. I'm not really usually a fan of PNP games because, one, the components and stuff is very difficult. But this game, there's just something about it that I already feel I'm going to love. Because I can already tell this game is going to be something. I mean, we're literally playing the US on the USS Laffey here. And of course, we've got the board, which is very nice. And I'm very happy with the way it came out. And I'm just going to show you how big it is. Yep, this is my floor. This is my playing surface. And yes, got my table. But of course, we can see everything here. And this is where the components are going to go. But really nice. And I'm very happy with the way it came out. So without further ado, again, I'm very sorry that I can't, give you guys the files if you ever want them. You are going to have to get the game from Catastrophe Games. Maybe the files are out there somewhere, but unfortunately I downloaded this a few years ago and I printed this out yesterday because I found them. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe, like and share, and let's go on board the USS Laffey in another video, and I might do a live, and you guys can interact and you can comment and tell me what to do. Anyway, without further ado, take care.